Welcome to Bad Ranch Automotive. Okay, so we are here with our Nissan Pathfinder project and we are ready to do the ignition coils. So unlike LS Goat, which was our '04 Pontiac GTO, we are not doing the wiring harness on this vehicle. And the reason why is the wiring harness was not cooked like it was on the GTO. So this one was a little bit more simple, but we still need to do coils because it had original coils and it has 163,000 miles on it. These coils should have been done before 100K. This is part of the 100K service, guys, is doing coils and spark plugs. It's important to go back OEM as much as possible, but also we want to save the customer money, so we are going to be looking for parts that work well to where we're not going to have problems, but at the same time, we're not just going to pop for the most expensive thing on the item list. So when we're pulling these coils are very, very simple. A 10 millimeter bolt and this plug. We press this tab right here with our thumb and wiggle this up and down and it will come loose like so. When putting this back together, you're going to want to go until you hear it click. Once you hear it click, you're good to go. It's locked in. Always double check your connections before you start going back together, because on this one, the intake piece goes over the top of this valve cover. So if you miss something or you mess something up, you're going to have to take your intake back off just to fix it. When doing this, we're also going to change our spark plugs. Now, torque specs on spark plugs are usually 18 foot-pounds. Make sure you guys look it up. Some are 16, so don't just assume that it's always 18. But once you've done that, you want to change out, like once you've pulled this coil, you're going to want to change that spark plug out. Again, this is one of those things that when you're in here, you do it all the way down. Don't just go halfway and then stop. And some people would say, well, why don't you put a head gasket in? Because a head gasket gets to be the internals of the engine. You're pulling the front cover, you're pulling your intake. That's too far. If you're having to go down that far for a repair, that's one thing. But we had no signs of head gasket issues, intake issues. We don't have any of that. So we're just doing our valve cover gasket that we saw that was leaking, and we're putting new components on our way back out, meaning that the coils had to be done no matter what because they exceeded the life. Our valve covers had to be done because they were leaking. If they wouldn't have been leaking, we wouldn't have messed with the valve covers. But when we went down this far, we decided to do it right. And the reason I went with new valve covers on this project, guys, there is too many times where I want to reuse the valve covers, but on this one, all my bolts were severely corroded and rusted. Like severely damaged and rusted to where I had to use easy outs to get some of the bolts out. Because of that, I chose to just get new valve covers with new bolts so I don't have any issues with sealing and I can make sure that everything gets tight. Had I reused the old fasteners, there was a good chance it would have leaked on new valve covers. We don't want this. This is a problem. Too many people will try to reuse old fasteners rather than just putting new bolts in it and solving the problem. On some engines, guys, there is something called torque to yield bolts, meaning that you can only use them one time. Usually those are found on harmonic balancers, flywheel crank bolts, anything that basically is in the internal rotating assembly can usually be considered one-time use. Sometimes even main caps on the inside of an engine. Like if you go and take your oil pan down, look at all your connecting rods and the main caps that hold the crankshaft in, some of those bolts are even torque to yield, meaning one-time use. If you do have that situation, make sure you know you do and make sure you put new bolts in. Do not risk blowing up a fresh rebuild by using old fasteners. We could do it back in the day, back in the 70s, because torque to yield really wasn't that big of a thing at that point. But as we've gone into some of the newer engines, the newer models, all this stuff, it has happened. So guys, when it comes to tune-ups, make sure you do the complete tune-up. Don't cut corners and just put coils in and then not put the plugs in, because when you do that, you're basically putting a brand new spark to an old plug that's already wore out. It's better to go fresh on fresh when it comes to the ignition components. You get better fuel mileage that way, you get better performance that way, and everything just runs better. The last thing we want to do is fire this thing up after this fresh tune-up, cut the corners on the spark plugs, and next thing we know, we have bigger problems. Because I've seen people do this where they'll put new coils on top of an old plug and it generates enough spark, but at the same time, it's doing something weird inside the cylinder because they didn't replace the spark plugs and now they got a fresh coil on it. This can lead to overgapping issues, inconsistent spark, pre-detonation. It really does go in the weeds. That's why I always suggest whenever somebody wants to do a tune-up, do all of it. Don't cut corners. When you cut corners, you pay for it in the end. So guys, this is how you would change your coils and your plugs on this vehicle. Now this is a Nissan Pathfinder 06 model. You guys, there'll be one more video coming that I need to do with this before I can put this intake back on, and that is the camshaft actuators. You guys have seen this in the last couple of videos. It's been missing. I'm going to cover why and why it was important that I needed to take that off. Guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you get notified when I drop new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.